Now, this is a interesting metric. Now, it does have some assumptions baked into it. The concept here, we just try to use very simple models. And again, we're not looking for the exact answer. We're looking for shifts, changing market dynamics, points of inflection. We're looking for when something has changed. Now, what we're looking at here is only exchange inflows, because exchange inflows typically are the most immediate. Some people will buy their coins and they will hold them there for some time and they withdraw later. There is not as much of a direct link between the purchase of an asset and the actual withdrawal. There can be more of a time delay. It's less immediate. On the other hand, a lot of people send their coins to an exchange with the intention to sell them. Likewise, when stable coins flow into an exchange, we're assuming here, and again, there's assumptions, but we just try to use these things in as best we can. We assume that stable coins flowing in is a buy side, right? We just do a very, very simple calculation. This will turn green when there is more USD buy side in terms of stablecoins flowing into exchanges than BTC and ETH sell side, right? So we're basically netting off the stablecoin inflows as buy side, BTC and ETH inflows as sell side, and just netting them off each other. So the first thing is we can see that 2023, well, and really the back half of 2022, was an inflection point. We saw a significant transition from really some pretty deep and dark sell side to which this is the great irony in a bull market and during capitulation style events, we get maximum sell side. Large scale sell side is actually what puts the bull market top in. Likewise, large scale buy side is essentially what puts in a market bottom, and in this instance gave us a 100% rally off the bottom up to 31,000. Now we can see that around the same time that many of our metrics started to signal that there was capital outflows, the same time that we started getting weakening over on this side in many of our on-chain indicators in that recovering from a Bitcoin bear, we started getting a reversal. Again, the magnitude is less important than the fact that something changed. We saw a regime shift in the overall momentum of the market. Now, we have to be very careful because there's a lot of dynamics here, right? Markets are dynamic places. It is why there's many tools that we need to use at our disposal. Within this whole scheme here, we've had enforcement actions against Binance and Coinbase. We've had SEC and BlackRock announcements. There's been all sorts of different events. BUSD has been, had to go into redeem only mode. There's lots of things that have happened here. But the net effect, if we had none of that information as context, is that we saw a decline in the buy side around the 31,000 peak here in April, and it's essentially been a net outflow to neutral ever since, just giving us that kind of general overview, and around the same time that our Bitcoin and Ethereum realized caps started to decline.